I'm Gunnar Gillett with Head Snaps and Headgear, and today I'm here with Urijah Faber. Thank you for joining us, Urijah.
My pleasure, my man. Nice to meet you.
First of all, congratulations on being inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. What does this accomplishment mean to you?
It's pretty cool. You know, I'm a type of guy that has had the same lifestyle ever since I was a little guy, which is, do my homework, hang out with my friends, and play sports. So it's a forced little break to sit back and smell the roses, and I'm honored to be inducted with a great class of people.
Urijah, you came into MMA with a wrestling background. So when and how did you get into the sport?
I actually went to college first, so I graduated UC Davis, which is a great school out in California. I was a wrestler, like you said, and then I stayed on as a wrestling coach. And I was coaching kids, and I was bussing tables and took my first fight. I think I got $200 to show up and $200 to win, and I had a great time. And for me, doing what I love is the most important, and I just had a blast doing it, so I kept it on. And luckily the sport progressed with me and representing the wrestlers all the way through.
Urijah, you've had so many great accomplishments in your career, including a WEC title in the featherweight division. You were inducted into the Hall of Fame recently for the UFC. So which one of these accomplishments is your favorite? Which one stands out the most to you?
You know, to be honest, I think, my biggest accomplishment, the thing I'm most proud of is being able to make a living doing the things that I love. It's not everybody that gets to do that. It's something that is very nice for me to do myself, but also to teach the guys underneath me, to follow your passion, think outside the box, have a great attitude. And so my biggest accomplishment is living the good life.
Urijah, only a couple years after you took the WEC title, you lost the belt. So how are you able to come back from that and rebound from it?
Well, life's about getting back up after some losses, and I was no stranger to it as a wrestler. It's always a hard journey. You win some, you lose some, and so I've never let a win or a loss define who I am. I kind of pride myself on how I live my life, what I put into things, and it's always nice to be able to put your full effort out and not really look at the win and loss. So, all the things stayed the same for me. My mom and my dad still love me. I still had a roof over my head, so it was nothing to get down about. Just get back on the horse and have some fun.
Urijah, you were a coach on the show Ultimate Fighter and even won it one year. Tell us something about those experiences. How were they? Most fun things in that show?
I had two seasons of the Ultimate Fighter, one against Dominick Cruz and one against Conor McGregor, and both times it was a great experience. I think the banter back and forth with Conor was a highlight. We had a lot of times giving each other crap, which is always fun, especially with somebody quick-witted like that. And I liked beating Dominick Cruz in the competition. It was fun. I got a big stack of cash and a couple cars out of the deal, and so it was nice to be able to get a one-up on him.
You had a lot of great battles with Dominick Cruz. He won some, you lost some, you won some, he lost some. So tell us about the relationship you had with him.
It was a unique relationship. It was kind of malleable. There was times when we get along okay, but most of the time we didn't. There's some mutual respect there. I feel like, when the first time we fought, he was a young guy, kind of immature, and I feel like he grew up throughout the process. But, we kind of got on each other's nerves, but there's a friendly competition at the end of the day.
Urijah, now that you're coaching fighting with the wrestling background, do you look for guys who are wrestlers such as Lance Palmer, who we know is on Team Alpha Male as of right now?
Yeah, we've got a big draw for guys that are in the wrestling world because, as you know, the wrestling is the matrix for success. We know how to work hard. We understand the importance of coaches. We understand about getting back up from adversity. Guys like Lance Palmer, who's a stud. We recently just got Alex Munoz, and we've got a couple other guys that are coming over to the team and going to have a great career in their own right. But you know, that wrestling mentality can carry over to any sport. You can take that in the real world. You can take it into the jiu-jitsu world. Find a jiu-jitsu player that has the wrestling mentality, or a Muay Thai kickboxer that has the wrestling mentality. It's just that never give up and that hard work. That's the thing that wrestling represents.
Good luck to your team in the future. That's all for this installment of Head Snaps and Headgear. I'm Gunnar Gillett, telling you to snap that head and throw on some headgear. And I'd like to thank my sponsor, Wrestleology. Get your Wrestleology gear at wrestleology.net. But most of all, I'd like to thank the California kid, Urijah Faber. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, man. Good job.
Thank you, Wrestleology!
We call that wrestler swag. To us, that's wrestler swag. So I need all the people with wrestler swag. Step up on the mat. Get down to this one.